Brock and Colby. Colby and Brock. Life hacks.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Have you ever been stuck in a situation where you didn't know what to do? Have you ever thought about what would happen if you got into a car accident and you were stuck on the side of a road? What about if you were camping with some friends and you got into a serious emergency situation? What would you do? Have you ever asked yourself what would you do in that situation? Well, that's what we're here. We're going to show you 6 life hacks and survival tips that you could potentially use to help you on a day-to-day basis or in those severe emergency situations. I'm going to show you 3, and then my partner Brock is going to show you another 3. So for our first survival tip, we're going to use a AA battery and a simple stick of gum to start a flame. Now this could be used simply to just start a flame, fire in an emergency situation, but Brock's going to demonstrate for us.
What you do, take obviously a piece of gum out. Then you fold it in half. If I can get a perfect fold. Then you cut in an angle.
You could use scissors or a knife or anything. Simple rips, but for demonstration purposes, this is easier.
Thank you, Colby. Cut it. So you get a little end right here. Okay? Then you apply the gum wrapper on each side. And at this point, it'll create smoke. Then if we had kindling, it'll start up the fire. Which, as you can see, it worked because it's getting burnt.
And that is survival tip number 1. Thank you. So for our second survival tip, we are going to talk about first aid use. So this is an all-purpose first aid kit, and I have this in my truck, and I carry this everywhere I go. It has sting and bite pads, alcohol wipes, simple things like that, triple antibiotic ointment, Band-Aids, a razor blade, simple things that I can use. Now, talking about first aid things, we're going to talk about what glue can do for you if you have an open wound. So Brock is going to cut my finger open. Ow. And you're able to use super glue. Now in this case I have wood glue because we don't have any.
So what you do, you pinch the wound. Alright, then you apply the glue. So excess stitches, you wait for it to dry, and it's all better.
And it's all good.
See? Okay, so now we'll be talking about how to keep your, toilet paper and other personal hygiene stuff safe and dry. So, for instance, in my car, I have a bag full of blankets, towels, toilet paper, toothbrushes, everything. Just in case if, go off the side of the road, deep in the woods somehow, and you get lost. So, what we have is toilet paper, a Ziploc bag. So what you do, crush the toilet paper. Thank you, Colby. Unzip it, put it in so nothing can get in the bag, so it keeps it all dry. So you Ziploc it. Perfect. You just air it out when you're done. Excuse me. And there you go.
So another tip that is helpful actually involves a pop tab, which you can simply take off of can. And this is used as a fish hook, and I will show you with scissors just by simply cutting it this way. It can turn into a fish hook. Now obviously the chances of you getting really stuck in a situation are slim to none. But it is helpful to have drinks, and simply this is so easy. All you do is take scissors.
And you cut. All you gotta do is cut. But not too much.
And you just kind of separate it. I'm actually going to cut off a little bit more. And then you would tie your line onto the top half. And then this you could put bait onto, and it acts as a fishing hook. Thank you. So another tip that is helpful, and Brock actually talked about this earlier, how he has a backpack in his car full of clothing and stuff in case of emergency situation. And I showed you earlier that I have a first aid kit. I have a survival kit full of, paracord, a window breaker and pen.
A compass.
And Fahrenheit. A flashlight. This has a razor blade in here that is used to strike fires as well.
Which is not bad.
Another one I have is flint and steel. You didn't click record. So another tip that is useful, which Brock actually discussed earlier about having a backpack in his car full of clothing and stuff. I have a first aid kit, which I showed off earlier. I have a vehicle emergency kit, and then I have a personal kit. And in this kit has a pen with a window breaker,
A flashlight with no batteries.
flint and steel to start fires.
This is a knife.
It's a sharp knife. Paracord bracelet with a compass on it.
This also has a compass, but also you can read the temperature off of it, which is pretty nice.
This has a razor blade kept inside of it.
This is your whistle. Just in case of like somebody in the distance you see and you can't get their attention with anything else, the whistle is the way to go.
Now this little thing has 10 different uses in this little thing, and I'm going to read them off to you. So this consists of a can opener, my bad, knife edge screwdriver, ruler, cap opener, 4-position wrench, butterfly wrench, saw blade, 2-position wrench, and a lanyard hole, keyring hole. So yeah. And now in this thing, I keep this in my car. This is used in case your car were to break down. It's just a simple kit that my dad made me have when I got my car. So this has a lot of interesting crap.
There's your batteries.
Razor blade, tape, first aid kit.
You got rope.
Flashlight, gloves, ponchos, more gloves, jumper cables,
Everything.
tow rope and hooks, tools, a bunch of stuff that is helpful and necessary. Will I ever use these? Zip ties? Hopefully not, but it's just nice to have something on hand if you need it. So for one of our last tips and tricks, this is called the tin can stove. So you take 2 cans, as you can see, and in the top can, and we already have it filled, but you cut off the top and the bottom, right, so that you can see through it. And on the second can, you just want to cut off one edge, so that one side's solid, my bad. So you put paper towels or anything in here. We have some kindling that we picked up. This is simply used as a stove. Now Brock's going to start it.
Yes, I will.
Strike the match.
Come on, baby. Burn. Wow, look at that. It's actually working, too.
It is actually working. Miss Carlson, we better get bonus points. Oh! Hey! No, wait, come here. Bring the camera. Wow. Would you look at that?
Oh, you just put it out.
Oh, I didn't. Wow.
It may take a couple seconds to
Would
heat
you
up
look at
because
that?
it's such a
Would
tight
you look
spot.
at that?
Oh, would you look at this?
Would you look at this? Let's do another one just because this is fun. Don't worry, we're trained professionals. Oh! We got fire! Come here. Oh! Put more wood in there. Oh, I missed. Oh!
That one's completely tight, Colby.
All right. Ready?
Go ahead, Colby. Proper way to put out a fire.
Smokey the Bear coming to you. So for our last tip and trick for today's presentation, we took a standard house key and filed down all the teeth so that it came to a point right here. And this can be used as a broadhead, which if you guys don't know what it is, it's just used as an arrow.
And you can also use it as like to cut stuff, as in like bark,
We didn't have a knife.
and like you can use like shreds. Yeah.
We just filed it down by taking a rock from my backyard, just by striking it over and over again. It took like 5 minutes, not too long, but it's actually pretty sharp. I mean,
You can honestly
for
cut yourself
a
with it.
house key, it's pretty sharp. So thank you for watching today's presentation, and we'll meet you guys in the conclusion for a minute.
As you can see, there are many survival life hacks you can easily do to ensure your safety in emergency situations. Basic home objects can be turned into simple weapons or survival uses to ensure your safety. Again, I hope you can take away some knowledge about the possibilities of danger and maybe these life tricks and hacks. could save your life or just have some fun messing around.
Thank you.